Alpionese presents Tiny Tales of Transformation. Episode 15, The Overabundance of Tools. An overabundance of tools is usually the result of accumulation. A new chat to go faster, a new drive to share files, a new project tool for visibility, a new CRM plugin for the sales team. Each decision is rational from a local point of view, but globally it's expensive. Over time, this accumulation becomes a hidden cost. Teams spend energy switching contexts, hunting for information, reconciling versions, and re-entering the same data instead of performing their assigned tasks. A few telltale signs usually indicate an overabundance of tools. For example, the fragmentation of truth. The same customer, project, or document exists in multiple places, and the latest version becomes a matter of negotiation. Another example is process drift. Teams no longer follow the process you designed, they follow the path of least resistance offered by the tools they prefer. You may also experience a growth in invisible costs, such as multiplying software licenses or support requests increasing. Okay, so we should reduce the sheer number of tools, right? Well, yes and no. If you optimize only the software layer, you often increase complexity elsewhere. More coordination, more tweaking, more exceptions. This is why the overabundance of tools particularly affects SMEs. The same individuals carry multiple roles, so suddenly removing systems increases cognitive load and interruptions across the organization. Now add AI to the equation. Embedded AI can accelerate writing, summarizing, and searching, but only if your information is structured, curated, and accessible according to clear rules. If your knowledge is scattered across multiple sources, AI will confidently summarize the wrong source, amplify inconsistencies, and create a false sense of alignment. And from a risk perspective, the more tools you have, the more you increase your exposure to data leaks and uncontrolled sharing, especially when prompts and outputs may contain sensitive business information. So what can you do? 1. Map the work, not the tools. Start with 10 to 15 high-frequency processes, such as the sales cycle, project delivery, customer support, financial approvals, and document where information is created, validated, stored, and reused. 2. Define information classes and sources of truth. For each type of information, such as customer data, contracts, project plans, and procedures, define a single reference location, an owner, and a lifecycle from draft to review and through to archive. 3. Streamline with a clear taxonomy. Separate tools into core communication, document management, project management, business application, and local utilities. Consolidate overlaps and stop maintaining parallel systems for the same purpose. 4. Build a controlled integration backbone. A few solid integration points are stronger than a multitude of fragile connectors. Standardize identities, access rights, retention rules, and data classification. 5. Establish a mechanism to prevent relapse. One owner per platform, an entry gate for any new tool with a business case, security check, and exit plan. A time-limited transition during replacement, and a quarterly review of the portfolio based on hard metrics such as time spent finding information, duplication rate, adoption, license usage, incident rate, and cost per employee. This is all about reducing strain so collaboration becomes more efficient, safer, and scalable. The goal is a consistent digital workplace where AI becomes a reliable multiplier instead of an amplifier of chaos. At Alpionese, our approach is implementation-oriented. We begin with a rapid diagnosis of your collaborative tools landscape and workflows. We quantify the cost of complexity in terms of time wasted, costs, and risks, and then we define a target collaboration architecture with clear source of truth rules. Next, we support consolidation and adoption, tool by tool, process by process. And we set up a light structure, including how to embark managers, defining usage standards, and setting up the pace of reviews. The result is a streamlined set of tools that improves day-to-day execution and creates a solid foundation for safe and effective use of AI at the heart of your digital transformation. Want to find out more? Join us on alpionys.ch. ALPIONYS.ch.